Now, I don't want to say that this video was only for just a single teen mom. Watching this video, you can be a person who's just trying to understand what the heck is going on with somebody who goes through that. Just understand a new perspective. Let's say you are a parent of a child. It could just be as simple as that. You have responsibility over a kid, over a life. That's the biggest reality of this video. When you are a parent, you do have to grow up. You do all the things that you were doing that may have not been the best. In order for you to actually change that, you have to see it. You have to see what you do, when you do it, and what those triggers are, and can you convert it into something else, into a better coping mechanism. What can you do so that you aren't teaching your child the same thing?
Don't ever change for anybody. Don't ever trade your soul. Don't even listen to him. He don't know nothing at all. Try not to get too involved, but really it's breaking my heart how you keep changing for him. Never forget who you are. You butterfly. You're a butterfly.
Hey, so today we're gonna do something a bit different. I should have been recorded this video like a while. I have been postponing it because I have to come to terms with my own reality. And the reason why I know I need to do it now is because I have 4 weeks left until I'm pregnant. I have 4 weeks left until I give birth, or really just the time left to be pregnant. Just enjoy it. So I gotta talk about the realities. Now, I don't want to say that this video was only for just a single teen mom. It's not. I am personally a single teen mom. I am a single mom at 19 years old, and that's my situation for now. But watching this video, you can be a person who's just trying to understand what the heck is going on with somebody, who goes through that. Just understand a new perspective. And when you're actually in a situation that's similar to it, let's say you are a parent of a child. It could just be as simple as that. You have responsibility over a kid and over a life. And that's the biggest reality of this video. The difference is other people may have more support from a spouse rather than having more support than with their parents. Basically, I have more support with my mom, with my parents, but mainly my mom. I am definitely okay with where I am. I'm not saying that I absolutely hate where I am. I'm not saying that I hate the father. I just know that certain cards are given to certain people, and God trusted me with this child. God trusted me with the situation, and he knew that I would be able to come out of this situation, come out of this tunnel. It's just the fact that now that I am in this tunnel, or now that I am at this mountain, I see the storm. I see the storm that's about to come. I am in this tunnel, and now I see the storm that I'm about to walk into at the end of this tunnel still. Basically, to explain what I mean by that is right now I'm already still in the dark. And even though I still have God's lamp, I still have God's light over me, I still am not 100% because I don't see his full purpose for me yet. And that is very hard because nobody can always see the purpose. Nobody can see the purpose for real. You may see it afterwards, but you have to go through it and really just go through it in order to look behind and be like, oh, this may be reasons why he did this and that and that. When you're really in it, it's like, come on, man. What you saw in me? What do you see in me? Why me? You know? And I've learned that it is okay to question. David questioned everything. You know, he was questioning everything. He was always in his feelings. So David wrote Psalms. Psalms is basically songs for God. It's just songs of feelings for God. Questions, songs of questioning, songs of highs and lows. And David did all that. And he was very emotional. So I can be emotional too, and I can question too. So that's what I'm doing. And that's really what you do when you are a new parent. You question, am I good enough? You question, why did God entrust in me with a child? Did he not just see what I was doing a few months ago? Did he not just see what I was doing a few days ago? Did he not just see what I was listening to, what I was watching? Like, but he said, no. You got this. You got this. And you're going to succeed. So I'm at the point right now where he's telling me, I got this and I'm going to succeed. It's just that God sees it in me. But do I really see it in myself? Or even though I don't see it in myself, how can I see it in myself? Because now this little girl is going to be looking up at me. She's going to be learning everything from me. She's going to be my whole life. She is my whole life. And I need to be strong for her. I'm not always going to be 100%. Like, period. We're not perfect. But I do need to have that backbone to stand up straight and show her strength as a mother, show her strength as a woman, show her strength as a God-fearing child. Show her strength as a child of God. And that is something that I've been working on, but it's just now hitting that the time that I had to prepare it's getting cut short now. The reason why it is more harder is because growing up, I've always been in my own world. I've always loved my imagination more than reality. Like, I can imagine anything and it suits me. It makes me feel good. I can just be wherever I want and I feel safe. I feel at peace. I feel whatever. I'm excited after something bad just happened, or I'm with people that I don't like, or I don't feel comfortable. I can just imagine myself out of the situation and I feel okay. Whatever my coping mechanisms for that moment, for that day, for that week, for that year or whatever, that's what I was doing. So now to grow up as an adult, I'm an adult now, I have responsibilities, I need to tune into my reality. I need to. So it's been a lot to leave out of my own head to see the world for not I'm not saying just for what it is, but to see the world still in my youthful eyes, but not so carelessly. You know what I mean? Cause I'm not gonna lie, God has really helped me out. I've been like so careless or in my own mind in so many crazy situations. Like, I really thank God for that. I really do gotta say that. I gotta say that. Like, I was just imagining things in the worst time sometimes. But what I'm saying right now is I have to grow up. That's basically what it is. When you are a parent, you do have to grow up. You do all the things that you were doing that may have not been the best. You have to see, well, in order for you to actually change that, you have to see it. You have to see what you do, when you do it, and what those triggers are, and can you convert it into something else, into a better coping mechanism. What can you do so that you aren't teaching your child the same thing? Every time, whenever you have a child, you always want them to be better than you. I mean, why would I want another me? I mean, they're going to be completely different, but it's to grab the good things and discard the bad things. Whenever you're a parent, that's basically how it is. You don't want your child to go through any bad things. They are going to go through bad things. Now, that's something you do have to understand that. But there's certain things that you want to protect them from. Honestly, my life has been hectic, but I still came out all right. But that's because of the morals and the way how I was raised. So I want to make sure that I'm raising her with amazing morals, with a great foundation first, because I can't always protect her. And you can't always protect your children, or you can't always protect the people who you love, who's closest to you. So you create that foundation. I mean, I don't know how you can create a foundation for somebody that's like older, that's like an adult. But for a child, this is what I can say. You got to create that foundation that's going to keep them secure and knowing who they are, or just reverting back to a comfortable place. I can't do it all. I can't. So that's why I'm glad that I have God. And I'm going to teach her about God. She's going to know about God. She has way more protection than I can ever give her. Even though I know this is going to be great for her, I still haven't even met her yet. I still haven't even seen her yet. I mean, I've seen anatomy scan pictures, 3D, I've seen her bones. They're so strong. And I feel her. I talk to her. But she's still not in my face yet. And that's another thing that is a reality of mine. I have to see it sometimes in order for me to make sure that it's real. When I was first pregnant, I was like, I'm pregnant? It didn't quite hit in until I started feeling her move. And so I started seeing this bump. And I'm like, okay, she here for real. There's a baby in me. Before my baby shower, I had all these gifts. All these boxes. And I knew I had some gifts, but to actually open up the box, when I washed her baby clothes, it hit me. I have a child and she's coming soon. So with the time frame of right now, I'm 35 weeks. I think I'm 35, 36. I don't know. I forgot. I haven't looked at the calendar in a second. But I'm right at this mark that I'm literally almost over. And it's just now hitting that I have a child. It's just now hitting that I'm about to meet her. I've had all this time, but now that I see this stuff, it's like, is it too late to really change a little bit more? Like, what else do I have? It's a lot that goes in my mind, especially the mind of a pregnant lady, especially the mind of a parent. Because it's not all sunshine, and it's not all rainbows, it's not all ice cream and sprinkles and everything like that. No, it's not. It is a whole life. It's a whole life. They didn't ask to be here, so why should they suffer? I and all the other parents can literally say the same, that they just want their child to be happy. They just want their child to enjoy their life. It's up to me. My decisions will factor whether or not she will enjoy her life. If I bring the wrong people around her, that's not enjoying life. They're harming her. If I don't spend a lot of time with her, I'm creating that hole. She needs her mom. Especially as a single parent, there's no other person I can lean on to. I mean, there are so many other situations about many other kids who their single mom, their single parent, whoever, they were gone a lot, and maybe their grandma stepped in or their aunt or uncle stepped in. But I'm here. I'm not departed. I'm here. So I have to take responsibility, and I will take responsibility. And I will spend time with my child. So when that bond is formed, the strongest ever, and that foundation of love, comfort is there. That is a lot. When you really grasp that, this child is a big responsibility. And just because he or she, your child, is a big responsibility, it doesn't mean that you need to let go of them or say, I can't do this, goodbye, peace out. No. It just means you should most likely just grow up and take on these challenges, because you always will get stronger at the end of this tunnel, at the end, and even in the middle of the storm. And I cannot wait to see how much I have grown, and I cannot wait to see how much she has grown. But just because there are challenges, I'm not saying don't have children. If you have the ability to have children, or if God has given you the ability, like God has blessed you with a child and you just found out that you are pregnant, that is amazing. There's so many people who cannot have children, who either can't have children because of their bodies, they can't hold children, or maybe they have certain diseases that they would give off into their children. There are many other people who literally just don't have enough eggs, or they're fighting and they're going to many different practices, many different doctors, trying to find out, how can I have my own kid? How can I have my own generation? How can I give birth to a life? And it is the greatest thing to have a life form. I know a lot of circumstances are different. There are people who harmed you in order for this child to be born, or there's just so many things. If I have this child, these people are going to come after me. I don't know, but there's so many circumstances, so many different people, so many different situations I cannot speak on, but God can. So whatever God is telling you, if you're watching this video now, and maybe this video was to help you understand that this child is not a burden. Children are not a burden. They are the most beautiful and innocent. They are so innocent. And to hear a child grow up, to hear how a child's brain form and how they think of things, it's really going to open your mind. It's going to open your life. And it's going to take you to the biggest high. I know that even though these are hard times right now, because it's really just me. When I am going to look at my child, I'm going to say, it is me and you for now. I hope and I pray to God. He already heard my prayer. It's already going to happen. I already know I'm going to have a husband. I already know she's going to have a father. It's just right now, I don't see him yet. I don't even know what he gonna look like. You know, is he gonna be tall? I hope he's gonna be tall, you know, because I'm short, you know. I hope he's gonna be tall for me and her and the next child, you know. What race, you know? What are his eyes gonna be like? What about his nose? What about his lips? Does he have eczema too? Because mine is bad. Now, if we both have eczema, this child gonna have really bad eczema. You know, what's his family like? I hope they're really close-knit. You know, what are his morals? You definitely got to be God-fearing if God gonna put him in my life. But like, does he like to have fun a lot? Does he sometimes get conservative, you know? Is he both high and low? I mean, he gotta be, you know, close to me. How does he think? You know, does he think outside the box like me? What can he teach me? I have all these questions of this new person. I have no clue who's going to be put in my life. But I cannot obsess over what's not there. I have to remind myself to be here in the moment. And another reason why, most likely, that man is not there is so I can pay more attention to my daughter. That may be another reason why you may be single. Maybe the relationships before, like mine, have not all been the best. And they've most likely been distractions. Or they didn't fill you. They didn't feed you anything. But she will. But he will. Your child is what I'm saying. A lot of times in my relationships, I always gave too much of myself to this one thing. When I give birth to her, and when I have her in my arms, I want to make sure that I give all of myself to her. So that may be why God said I need to be a single teen mom. So that I can grow up from all these crazy circumstances, crazy situations that have led me to cope in not the best ways, and show me you're growing up now. And trust me, I've been through a lot already. So the way how the system is, ain't no playing around now. I'm 19, so it's county now. It's prison now. So if something were ever to happen, of me being careless, thinking I'm still a kid, it's real. It's real. And having that child there, trust me, you're going to do your best to not make any stupid decisions. I mean, some stupid decisions might happen, but you really try your best. Like, seriously. That's why I'm okay with where I am. It just hurts. That's all. It just hurts. But it's worth it. It's a pain that will cease. All pain ceases. All pain ceases. All pain ceases. That's it. It will cease. But I shouldn't let that time of how long that pain is dictate who I feel I might come out to be. Or what I feel that I am turning out to be. Or what I can't see, that it will harm me. Or what I do see, it will harm me. Basically, the questions that I have, it's all in my mind. It's all around me. But I shouldn't let that harm me. I shouldn't let it hurt. So I don't see what's in front of me, or I don't see what's going to be in front of me. That's why I need God. And that's why you need God too. Because we can't do it ourselves. Surely can't. You see this? You see this? It's flesh and eczema. This is flesh and eczema right here. But that flesh is weak. And Jesus' flesh is not. So I said what I said, and I'm excited to see my new baby girl. I was watching a lot of videos earlier today just to see labor delivery. Now, I've seen many videos before, but now I'm searching for certain videos that say single mom, single mom. I specifically searched for single mom, labor and delivery. The videos that popped up, basically the highest videos, it was not single mom. And some of the videos that did say single mom, it said by choice. Mine isn't by choice. I wanted to connect with the video, to see how that is, see how that process is. I do expect things, I'm not gonna lie. Or I like to get a grasp of how things might be before I enter it. But I may just have to be the first one. What I expect from my own self, or what I expect from my own situation. Because there's no one like me. There's no one specifically in my position. There's no one who has a mom like me and who laughs and has that bond like me and her. So to expect whenever I go into that labor and delivery room that the music is going to be the same, or that feel, that vibe is going to be so amazing and it's going to bring me so high and joyful, and there are going to be a lot of tears shed because I'm emotional. And to have that support of my mom and those jokes being shared, and to share that moment, I can't see that over a video. I can't get that over a video. So yes, I do have to wait and be patient. But who's to say that that next person does not want to see that too? Or maybe you're right at the beginning of that tunnel and you see this right here is close, kind of close. Now you can't expect to be in the same situation now. Now that's crazy. But it's close to what you can get, or even just a new perspective. Single mom videos, they already had a few kids. Nah, this is first time mama, single mama, teen mom, all three in me. Oh yeah, it's a lot. All these people in the world, but we don't have their perspective. So when we go through it, all these other people's opinions, like when people say, it's not you no more. Well, it's only me and the kid. I mean, I understand that I do have to grow up and it's more than me, but please do not say it's not me anymore. It's just like, I don't matter. Because when I hear that, that's what I think. So I'm like, how am I supposed to give birth to a child whose mom is nobody, is a nothing? So please, for the advice and all that stuff that many people have over a situation that you do not have, try and kindly, gently get back out of that situation, because your feelings matter. You matter. You do. And a lot of people try to spit a lot of advice that may be harming the next person. So unless you've been in the situation, I kindly suggest that you do not give too much advice or too much, whatever you gotta say. Keep it real simple and short. And, whatever God says for you to say, that's it. If you feel like I should say this, then it's probably not right. As a single person, a person that can't piggyback off of their partner's ideas, I can't even really, it's hard for me to piggyback off of my mama's stuff. There's certain things that we're strong in and that we know we can get over. But when we don't know something, or when we're discouraged, you really just got yourself and God. That's what I'm saying. You gotta have God. Because if it's just yourself, you're gonna be depressed. Like, I could really be depressed. I don't have anything. I don't make much. I only have talent. That's all I got. I have talent, a strong mind, a body that works, a lot of love, that's all I got. But I don't have a lot of money to take care of her. I'm not even finna have a job for her, and I barely even had enough money for myself. I would kind of starve just a little bit, you know. I would have to sacrifice times for certain meals. Like, when you don't have much, you gotta plan for a whole week of a meal. And don't even have, you have roommates, now you gotta buy for the house, for the food. You don't even got money for this food, but you gotta share it. But then you looked at selfish. You know, it's a lot. I'm sorry. Let's rewind there. My bad. But yeah, it's a lot. So some advice you may have, or some advice you may hear, if they're not in a situation or close to it, it's hard to take that. And it's also hard to be in that moment when you hear that. For all the people I said in this video for, thank you for watching. And I hope this gives you a better perspective. I hope this gives you a better feeling than what you had before. Because motivation, it helps. But you will not always be motivated. And that is a reality. Tune in for the next videos, because it's about to get real. It's about to get real.